Welcome back, Hodlers. Today we're going to be going over Cardano, one of my favorite tokens, and obviously it's been through a bit of a pump. I just got back from the gym, so I'm feeling a bit of a pump myself, but let's talk about this pump. Cardano has pumped back up to our levels. Again, I talked about exactly this. I said as long as Bitcoin continues or maintains the price that it was at, so above the 42,000 mark, we can easily say that Cardano is going back to its all-time highs. So we are back now to our all-time highs. I was very happy in the gym to check my blockfolio and take a look at this lovely, lovely candle. So let's dissect this exactly. Why exactly is this happening? Now, a lot of a reason why this is happening. Now, individual pumps are just going to be individual pumps. But a lot of the reason why we're going on this uptrend and we're going up on like our ADA ETH pair and we're going up on our ADA BTC pair, the reason why we're doing this is because of the anticipation of Alonzo, of smart contracts, where the system's going to go. Now, of course, it's going to continue going up as there's more and more being built on the system. Right now, we're in the very, very early phases of Cardano. We can fully expect Cardano to do big things in the long term, eventually. But we look at it right now sitting at $2.38, give or take, back up to our almost all-time high. We haven't quite wicked up to our all-time high, which is roughly $2.47, give or take. I don't know what it would be on all the different exchanges. This is Binance. But I do think, obviously, we're right here. Now, anytime that we get back to an all-time high, right? Now, we talk about resistance lines and support lines a lot. Anytime we get back to an all-time high, that is a line of resistance for Cardano to beat, to get above. So will Cardano stay at these levels? Now we have two options. One, we could get rejected and go to the downside, or we go to the upside, break through our level and float around somewhere up there in price discovery. So we could go into price discovery. I'm not quite sure. I think we might battle with this level, but typically what we see with Cardano when it does make big pumps to the upside, typically what we see it do is try to maintain some sort of a stability, right, in the price. Now, we saw that back here where we saw this big pump. Now, again, we could still go up, right? It doesn't mean that we have to stop at this all-time high. If we do break through, we could go way up. But at some point, we have to level off, and at some point, Cardano is going to go on a slow rise, right? Now, the reason why this kind of went from a slow rise to a decline or like a horizontal kind of straight line, the reason why it did that was more because of the Wyckoff model, what was happening with cryptocurrency through Bitcoin kind of just trading level. Cardano was just brought along for that ride. But we will see a gradual rise with some support as normally Cardano has during pumps like this. And again, that's why I really like Cardano, having Cardano in my portfolio, because at the end of the day, it might not always move. It might not move quick, but it's going to eventually move and it's going to hold a lot of support up there. So even if we do go through a market dip, it won't be that bad. Now, arguably, a lot of people that held Cardano throughout this whole period here, like throughout this whole downtime, arguably, you guys barely even noticed the dip, because really you stayed in that range of $1 to $1.20, give or take. And now we're sitting at 238 cents for any of those people that held onto their Cardano, which of course you did, because why wouldn't you? So we have Cardano back up to its all-time high. Ethereum isn't even close to the all-time high. So of course this is a lot of hype about Alonzo and what's going on, and this is exactly what I say about a lot of the times the price is built in and baked in before launches happen. But of course, as smart contracts and as more dApps get built onto the Cardano system, as more projects start announcing on the Cardano system, the price is assuredly going to go up from here. Where it can go, I'm not sure. Now, I did make a previous price prediction at somewhere around $8, $8 to $10, I believe is what I said. I still think that that's pretty realistic for where we could end the bull market in for Cardano. I know that seems a little lofty, but with enough pace, enough big media and everything else, enough good news for Cardano, it could potentially hit up there. Now, I have heard a couple of things. Even Charles Hoskinson said that a lot of people refer to Cardano holders as a cult, and you hear a lot of mixed things. things. Even in some of my comments, I hear, it's a vaporware project. It's just a wallet project. Cardano's not changing anything, and that's fine. It's okay for people to have their opinions. That's okay. I hold XRP, so that should tell you what I think about other people's opinions. Really, what anyone says on the internet, including myself, I don't know anything, right? This isn't investment advice, but anything that is said on the internet, you really got to take with a grain of salt and do your own research. My own research has told me that Cardano has the potential of being a very long-lasting blockchain that is used in a lot of different countries that could really use a blockchain such as Cardano. With the peer-reviewed process and everything else, it tells me that at least Cardano is going to be here for the late game doing good things in the ecosystem. Now, our ADA ETH value has continued going up. So again, this is from where we hit the bottom of our chart. Now, we did discuss as we were going down here that at some point you get to the point where you get so low that you have to break out. There's only one place to go but up, right? Eventually, there is a bottom. There is always a bottom at some point. And at some point, it's got to go up. And we were getting dangerously close to previous lows on our Cardano Ethereum chart throughout all that. Now, the interesting thing is Ethereum is obviously still at a very healthy price at around 31.86. So that means ADA is pumping past Ethereum. Right now, we are seeing ADA pump to $2.40. And then lastly, our ADA BTC, we are at an all-time high for ADA BTC. Well, I say that, of course, but, there's this whole fiasco. And again, I don't think we can have much credit on this because this was when Cardano first launched. So, of course, the ADA BTC chart was going to be out of whack there. So let's just consider this now our all-time high. If you don't want to concede that, that's fine. I mean, that's okay. We are approximately 4,000 Satoshis away from all-time high. So still not bad. I think we can still make it there for Cardano. I definitely think Cardano can hit all-time high for Bitcoin in terms of being at roughly 9,000 Satoshis. But we're not quite there yet. But if you do consider right now all-time high because of the price chart, that's what I would consider because I don't have much weight on this big spike here. And just to give you guys a perspective, we're looking at the 4-hour chart. In these 4 hours and in the last couple hours, we have seen this big green girthy candle reaching back up close to its all-time high. So most likely what we're going to see for Cardano is a decision. Are we going to go to the upside? Are we going to go to the downside? Or are we just going to trade level? Obviously, it's hard to say exactly if Cardano is going to get rejected at this level. If it does move past this all-time high level, the $2.40, we could be looking at a Cardano at around $3, $3.25 in the near term. So please be ready for that. And of course, we could get rejected, get shot down again to maybe $2.15. But I don't think for long. I think at this point, the crypto market has a lot of health. Unless we see Bitcoin tank in any sort of way, I think we can probably say that altcoins, including Cardano, are going to fly and go off while Bitcoin still has some health. Now, Bitcoin was seeing a bit of a downtrend earlier today. We are on that upwards green candle sitting at around 46,875. We are currently seeing a bit of a divergence coming up to the MACD. So we are moving up into a bullish trend from a mini bearish trend with Bitcoin. But if we look at the weekly chart on the MACD, we do see that change now. We are changing in momentum, going back bullish. Again, we are above our bull market support band on the weekly. Again, we can go back and test that 20-week SMA. But for now, we are looking pretty bullish for now. And again, I stay tentative to say how bullish I am until we hit a 52,000 Bitcoin, which in reality might not be that far away. So at this point, I know it's been a wild ride with Bitcoin. It is looking at least good right now. We can at least expect some green candles for Bitcoin over the next little while, hopefully. And if we do see any sort of rejection, it's going to be most likely at some sort of key level. Maybe we'll fight again with $49,000 or $50,000 and potentially get rejected. But for now, right now, we are looking pretty good for Bitcoin, which means that things like Cardano, things like XRP and Ethereum and all the other altcoins are doing very healthy. And just to cap it off, the crypto market cap is sitting at $1.988 trillion, just shy of that $2 trillion mark. That's it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you some insight on what's happening with Cardano. If you did like this video, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe to the channel for more crypto news and content, and of course, happy hodling.